Hi, welcome to the School of Good Services. We've got three really exciting courses coming up this month that I want to tell you about and give you a little bit more information about what to expect in each of them. So each of these courses is designed for some of the skills that you might find that you need in an organization where perhaps maybe change isn't easy. Maybe you've got stakeholders that you're trying to deal with. Maybe you're having to justify the reason why you're doing your work. So the first course that I want to tell you about is called Leading Stakeholders. Leading Stakeholders is a really specific day-long course that is an absolute kind of 101 masterclass in how to deal with difficult stakeholders in any organization, large or small, public sector or private sector. How do we actually understand the power balances in those organizations? How do we understand the approval processes? How do we actually form connections and form relationships with people so that we can actually build those relationships and get service design and service transformation to get done? So that's Leading Stakeholders. If you are in that situation where you're finding managing stakeholder relationships difficult right now, that is the course for you. The second course I want to tell you about is Writing Business Cases for Service Design. Now, this is a really specific course, again, designed for folks who are having to essentially make the case for service design in their organization. So if you're finding that actually getting permission to do the type of work that you want to do is difficult, perhaps maybe you're having to justify why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe you're having to explain to your stakeholders maybe how much you'll save every time that you want to make a change to your service. Maybe you want to expand the brief of the thing that you're working on a little bit and kind of do something a bit more strategic, but you're finding a lot of pushback from the organization. This is the course for you. So it really is a kind of detailed deep dive into how do we make the case for service design from a financial point of view and from a risk point of view. So how do we start to learn the language of our stakeholders? So if that sounds like you, go and kind of have a look at that course. It might be something helpful. The last course I want to tell you about is Scaling Good Services. Now, Scaling Good Services is a 2-day long course. That is a course that's really designed to fill in all of the skills that you have outside of your role as a kind of user-centered design, service design practitioner, or someone trying to get service transformation to get done. And really looking at all of those things that you need in order to be able to get change to happen. So it's a 2-day long course. We look at everything from how do we understand the context of the organization we're working in? How do we start to scale our ideas? How do we start to win over our stakeholders? How do we start to make the case for what we're doing? It doesn't go into as much detail about stakeholder leadership and obviously making the case for service design as those other 2-day-long courses do, but it's a really good place to start if you're finding yourself in perhaps maybe a new leadership position, perhaps maybe in a different role in a different organization, you're wanting to try and get service design to be done, then that is the course for you. So 3 really exciting courses: Leading Stakeholders, Writing Business Cases for Service Design, and Scaling Service Design. So check those out, have a look on good.services, and I'll see you soon.